Wowie, wow, wow. Twitchies, twitchers, twitchers, and twitchies. Tubers and tubies. Twitchy, twitchies, twitchers, tubies, tubers. Good evening, wowie, wowie, wow, wow. We have Cheech to my right, panting like crazy, just ran his balls off. Didn't accomplish his task of doing his business, but he ran his ass off. And he can't breathe. So, welcome to the stream. God 737-8 is such a pain in the ass. So I'm going back to the Phoenix tonight. We'll do a little quick Phoenix stream. Phoenix to San Francisco. I think it's about an hour and 40 minutes, roughly, something like that. We'll go ahead and get started. We're already set up. And we'll take stand number 91. Yeah, let's take 92. The old Crystal Light lemonade fix. Look at that. We are floating on thin air. Gotta love it. Hopefully that's not an indicator of some glitches to come. Let's see what happens. Earlier today I could not get the jetway at 91 to activate with the 737, so we'll see what happens here tonight. That's looking like we're pretty close to real time. Let's find out. Yeah, no, it's not. There we go. Now it's real time. Here's real weather. We'll go with the real time tonight. Okay. Which makes things a little bit more difficult. Oh, let's fire this baby up.
Phoenix Ground ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er, the jetway is going to be connected.
I've forgotten how to do this. Ah, now I remember. Left door is open. Jetway is toggled. And we can put the beacon on so we can see what the hell's going on out there. Oops. Jump to the cabin there. Let's get some stuff going up here. Let's get the beacon on. A little tougher to do at night. I'm pretty sure we got GPU connected. Yes. Maybe not. Ground power is available. External power is on. Okay. Alrighty. We're just going to do an instant load. For the sake of time.
Phoenix Ground ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er with Gulf request taxi for takeoff departure to the west.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409
I guess it would help if I showed you guys.
And hold short of runway 7 left using taxiway 5 Delta Delta 12 Echo Echo Tree. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
7 left. Okay, good. So we're not planned for 7 left. I guess that's what we're taking.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er, please acknowledge.
Taxiing hold short runway 7 left using taxiway 5 Delta Delta 12 Echo Echo Tree ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er.
I'm in the 737 mode. I'm not thinking Airbus tonight. Oh, look how blurry that stuff is. Wow. So I guess I need to change the flight plan. To 7 left. let's do that. Let's re-import. Okay. It's been a few weeks. I was on a 737-800 kick for a while here. I believe 260, it won't be 260 because we're 7 left. I'll have to look it up. Let's look it up. Seven left is 78 degrees. Let's go back over here as I was dialing in all the wrong stuff. This is runway heading. That's how I broke my iPad last time. Knocked it off the desk with my elbow, cracked it. Such a bummer. I hate that I did that. Almost did it again. This is a pain in the ass. I wish it had the fast scroll. Alright, 78 degrees, 18,000. We don't know the speed yet. We'll find that out in a minute. Let's go back here. Init data request. Phoenix to San Francisco, AOC menu. Let's go init request. Flight number ALB 4409. Cost index is 8. And I think we're going to be cruising at 25,000. Flight level 250. That's set. Let's check our position. Ah, that's interesting. It's not going to let me confirm. Yeah, Phoenix is weird. Wind request. Next phase. Uplink, Phoenix, departure, 7 left, and I think we are Keens and Harbor. Insert SFO, we're going to be shooting for runway 28 right. And that'll be Surfer 4, Surfer. Insert. Let's go back to the plan and scroll through. Look for any discontinuities. Looks pretty good. No discos so far. There's one. Okay. So let's go ahead and just clear that. This is a little different than the Boeing. Alright, cool. Rad nav set. Phoenix 115.6. Okay. S F O 565 nautical miles. Performance screen. VR rotate. Oh, there's my dog underneath, Bob. We'll rotate at 144. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go to next phase. QNH in San Francisco and temp. Sum all that stuff up. Don't necessarily have to do this right now, but we're going to do it anyway. 290 at 13 and 12. QNH is currently 29.94. Barrow. Okay, so our ILS entry will be at 1800. Decision altitude 213. So let's plug that in. That's our Barrow entry. It used to say 100 above every time we did that, but it doesn't do it anymore. Okay, so we're set there. Previous phase. Let's go up to constraints, get that set. Okay. Receive messages. Last known load sheet. So let's go over to that. Fuel prediction 133.5. looks good. 31.5, so this is not lining up. Let's go 32.7 over here. $16.1 on the overall. Huh. I wonder why it's not lining up. 16.2, that's close enough. It's close enough for tonight. I'll figure that out later. Alright, so 28 right. We're going to want 1800 on the approach. ILS. Frequency. Course is 284.111.7. Of course, that's already entered. Let's get the QNH for takeoff. $29.88. And I believe with the Airbus you have to enter all three of them. Sorry for the skipping around. Okay, those are all entered. We're good to go here. Terrain is on. Terrain is on. Let's start the fire up procedure. I wonder why it's not calculated. That's interesting. Starting up the APU. PA on. Transponder on. TCAS on. Flaps 100% are open. External power disconnected. Okay. Going from memory here. Seatbelts on. No smoking on. Emergency exits armed. This is interesting. I wonder why it's not giving me stuff. Wind request. Insert uplink. Huh. Flight levels are in. Very strange. Very strange. Huh. Very strange. Well, I don't know what's causing this. This is a new one on me. Alright, request pushback.
Phoenix Ground ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409 are requesting pushback.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409 or pushback request accepted.
That could have something to do with it.
Phoenix Ground ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409 are requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409 or your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Phoenix ground ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409 are requesting the end of pushback.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409 request to end pushback received.
Welcome aboard your flight from Phoenix to San Francisco non-stop. Board American Airlines flight ALB 4409. We'll be cruising today at a flight altitude of 250 to 25,000 feet. Flight time will be roughly approximately about 1 hour and 40 minutes. Barring any unforeseen difficulties, like our flight plan not working properly. Things are always weird in Phoenix, by the way. I have both engines are available. Auto brake set to maximum. Starting the clock. Let's go ahead and fire up all the lights. Run through our controls. All looking good. APU good. Cabin pressure good. Electrical good. Hydraulics good. APU. AC. Doors are closed. Landing gear is good. Fuel. 0 in the middle. So let's get that changed. Folks, I think we're ready to go. Cabin crew prepare for departure. Let's go ahead and get our flaps set. Speed brakes are armed. Looks like we're clear on both sides. Departing Sky Harbor. not going to 25 right. We're taking off 7 left. I forgot. God, that sucks. I forgot. I thought we had 25 right. Alright, coming to you live tonight on YouTube and Twitch. Al B. Simmer on Twitch, AlBlock7267 on YouTube. Please like, share, and follow, as well as subscribe if you can. Chat room is open. I can see it, so if chats come online, we can talk about the flight. If not, oh well, it's just me again. So, Al B. Tunes, Multimedia Productions. Sometimes during these flights we have jam sessions. Drums, guitar, bass, original music. Sometimes we don't. Weather for flying tonight, it looks pretty decent. A little windy over the Coachella Valley. So we'll probably be hitting some wind buffets up along the coast. Wind buffets. Oops, straight off the taxiway. As I was looking at camera views. We'll figure that out later. Okay, let's get takeoff clearance from ATC.
Phoenix Tower ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er at runway 7 left ready for departure to the west.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er, wind 060 at 5. Departure to the west approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 7 left. ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409.
Yeah, I heard you.
Last transmission.
I heard you, son bitch.
Cleared for takeoff runway 7 left ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er.
Strut set to flex. Hold that center line. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Continue for west departure. ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Phoenix Tower ALB 4409
Flaps
Alpha
up.
Lima Bravo 4409er frequency change.
Looks like we got a big turn. We're going east right now. Well, northeast. And we've got a big right-hand turn coming up. Looks like we're maintaining altitude in Class B airspace. An interesting view. If there's any cabin views. Alright, there we go. Well, let's go ahead and get our next level set. like we're traveling nicely. I don't know what happened with the flight plan there in the beginning. Things are always screwy when I do it out of Phoenix. So we have cloud ceiling coming up here at about 13 or 14,000. As we leave the Phoenix area. I think that's Phoenix Goodyear. That's Lee. Nice slow rate of ascent. All smooth in the cockpit. In the flight deck, I should say. Set to climb. Top of climb is before Izzo. Let's see if we can get to the cabin. Yeah, it's pretty dark out there. Can't really turn off the cabin lights or pull the shades down. That would be kind of cool.
Albuquerque Center ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er is type Airbus A325 miles west of Goodyear flight level 220. Request flight following.
Generic 07 Kilo contact Albuquerque Center on 132.9er. Good day. ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er Albuquerque Center. Squawk 0524.
Departure ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er.
132.9er generic 07 kilo. Goodbye. ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er, contact Albuquerque Center on 125.25. Good day.
Dog had a really good hard run tonight.
Going to 125.25 ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Albuquerque Center ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er, flight level 250.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er, Albuquerque Center, radar contact, continue.
We're at 250. We can probably go to standard now. Well, maybe not. Let's have a look at the flight plan here on the MCDU. Speed 0.65,
Albuquerque Center, generic November 15383.
altitude 250,
Generic November 15383, Albuquerque Center altimeter 29.88, radar contact, continue to PAYNT.
top of descent, after surfer. I don't know if I have to set it or if it just does it automatically. It's 1,800 feet to get in. to do is just click on this.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo.
I think it's a 1 number descent.
10 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 270 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Airbus 09er, Quebec traffic is 11 o'clock, 2 miles at flight level 255 Airbus A320. Report them in sight. Airbus 09er, Quebec, have the traffic.
Okay, this is the relaxing part of the journey. Nothing happening on the chat board, so Twitch, YouTube, Twitchies, Twitchers, Twitchos, Tubies, Tubers, welcome aboard ALB 4409 Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Flying the Phoenix Airbus A320 with the American Airlines livery tonight. On a flight from Phoenix to San Francisco. So flying across the desert at the moment. Beautiful night for flying. A little boring when it's a night flight, but
Airbus 09er, Quebec,
okay.
contact Albuquerque Center on 128.45. Good day. Generic Flight 1 Lima contact Los Angeles Center on 13.65. Good day. Airbus 09er, Quebec. Goodbye.
Interesting to see exactly where we are. Let's try to find out.
Going to 13.65, generic Flight 1 Lima.
So we are here. There's Phoenix. That's Blythe, so that's the river right there. So we're out over the desert. Quartzsite. That's like the halfway point between Palm Springs and Phoenix.
Albuquerque Center, generic November 8 tree, 72611,000 feet. Generic November 8 tree, 726 Albuquerque Center, altimeter tree 0.09er, radar contact, continue.
We can keep that screen active so we can see where the hell we are. We're out over the desert somewhere. I suppose I could turn this on daylight. But now we won't. For argument's sake tonight, we're going to keep it at night. This is a night flight. Okay. It's making me tired, that's for damn sure.
ALB 4409
Checky, checky.
Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Contact Los Angeles Center on 13.65. Good day.
What do you want now?
134.65 ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Goodbye. Los Angeles Center ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er flight level 250.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409 Los Angeles Center radar contact continue. Los Angeles Center Airbus
Well, that went down the wrong tube.
4837 flight level 420. Airbus November 74837 Los Angeles Center radar contact continue to CHPLN.
That's the dash brightness right there. FCP dash. FCP brightness. Well, it doesn't light up with the name of it.
Thank God for the mute button.
Cruising along nicely here in autopilot. Flight level 250. That's the LA metro area to the left, starting with the Coachella Valley. Imperial Valley to the left.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er, contact Los Angeles Center on 128.15. Good day.
Going to 128.15 ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Los Angeles Center ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er, flight level 250.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er, Los Angeles Center radar contact continue.
FedEx is so fucked up. What a ridiculous outfit. I won't go into that. I won't go into the details of that. Hello, check. They dropped the ball on the delivery big time. Holy shit. Nothing like an outfit that you can't talk to a human.
Generic 5-tree Quebec climb and maintain
Let's see where we are.
15,000 feet. Los Angeles Center Airbus November 74837 flight level 420. Airbus November 74837 Los Angeles Center radar contact.
Well,
Continue to NWMAN.
that's Salton Sea right there.
Generic tree 7 right climb and maintain flight level tree
KPSB is Palm Springs. That's Thermal.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 20 generic tree 7 right.
Bermuda Dunes. So we're coming into the desert here. There's Coachella's in here.
November 2251 Lima, flight level tree 00.
So where the Coachella Festival is, right
November
here.
2251 Lima, Los Angeles
Well,
Center
actually,
radar contact. Continue to
right
Bravo
about
Sierra Papa.
here. Sorta. Right about there. All of this up here is Joshua Tree National Monument. So much for the sightseeing. That's where we are. San Bernardino. We're going to fly up this way over Big Bear. Past San Bernardino. And then up. Okay. Okay. So Salton Sea out here, Coachella Valley right there, LA and beyond, Riverside and beyond. Over here is San Jacinto. That's Big Bear, which we're going to fly over towards San Bernardino and then go up north. This is pretty much due west, heading 251 if you're coming through this way. So sort of due west. Looks like Orion right there. Let's take a look. Yeah. There's Orion. Betelgeuse. I won't say it 3 times fast. That road is way out in the desert. This is 29 Palms, I believe. Military installation. Yeah, it's that dusty. It's pretty dusty out here. That's what it looks like. Goddamn dust. A shithole. Dusty shithole. Not a fun place if you're allergic to it. There's the Watcher Valley. Salton Sea, Imperial, Thermal.
Generic November 9er 59er 4 kilo Los Angeles Center altimeter 29er.84 radar contact.
Indio coming up in here. I'm flying right past me. I'm down in here somewhere. I won't tell you where. Zoom in and see if we can see it. Right in about here. Yeah, I think so. That's 44, that's Golf Center. That's Dillon. That's the 10. That's the 86. Splits off. Fantasy Springs is right about there. Yeah, that's me over there. Right in here. And that black spot. Interesting how the mountains are lit up though. That's kind of cool. These are the Santa Rosa Mountains right here. This would be Highway 111 that runs all the way along the mountains, all the way through Indio, La Quinta, that's La Quinta right there, Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert. This is the Palms to Pines Highway going up 74. 111 cruises around, Cat City, Palm Springs down in here, and on out. The 111 goes all the way through that. Interesting how much I've learned about this area in the 4 years that I've been here. Hotter than hell. Other side there, that's looking south towards San Diego. San Diego proper, back in there. Orange County this way. And And there's the LA Metro.
Airbus 26 Whiskey descend and maintain 5,300 feet. Descend and maintain 5,300 feet, Airbus 26 Whiskey.
Red lights down here, that's the windmills in Palm Springs coming in through Whitewater Pass.
Generic 53, Quebec contact Los Angeles Center on 134.65. Good day.
KPSB down here, Palm Springs.
134.65 generic.
Yeah, these are the windmills through the pass.
Airbus 79er Zulu contact Los Angeles Center on 132.5.
There's a shitload of them.
Good day.
Out here up on the hill. Desert Hot Springs in here. This is the 29 Palms Highway out to Yucca Valley. This is Desert Hot Springs. This area. Morongo Casino down here, that's the Whitewater Pass. Banning, Beaumont. Calamasa, Cherry Valley, Riverside, Redlands. And we're headed towards San Bernardino. We're going to fly over Big Bear City, it looks like. That's Yucca down there. Road to 29 Palms. Yucca Valley, pretty remote place. That's 29 Palms Highway. Out to the middle of nowhere. Pretty cool though. This is a pretty cool windy mountain pass right here. Coming down from the valley. Down into Palm Springs. Past Desert Hot Springs right there. Probably easier to show it to you during the daytime.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er contact Los Angeles Center on 126.35. Good day.
.35 ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Goodbye.
Lucerne Valley, backside of Big Bear.
Los Angeles Center ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo
Bakersfield out here.
4409er flight level 250.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er.
Look how massive,
Radar contact. Continue.
how massive the LA Metro is. Let me look at that. That's crazy. Inland Empire, Orange County over here. LA's up here. This is the LA Metro Basin. It goes forever. If you look back this way, there's the Coachella Valley. That's Palm Springs right there, Palm Springs Airport. KPSP. When you're coming into LA Metro, the first thing you hit, you're coming down the pass. Right here is India. There's the 10, goes right on up the hill into the desert to Phoenix. That's the fringe of LA right there, and that's where I am. The fringe of LA in the freaking desert. Yeah, I can't get any further out to the east from LA. Well, we're cruising along nicely. Let's have a fun time giving everybody the sightseeing tour for nobody that's watching. In case anybody ever does. Once again, you're watching this on Twitch and YouTube. On Twitch, it's AlBSimmer, AlBSimmer. On YouTube, it's AlBlock7267.
Airbus 16 Charlie traffic is 2 o'clock, 4 miles. at
Welcome
flight
one and
level
all to the flight.
255 Airbus A320. Report them in sight.
Phoenix to San Francisco, Airbus A320.
4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er traffic is 3 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 290 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
3 o'clock, 4 miles.
Airbus 16 Charlie have the traffic.
There he is. Well, there he was.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er have the Airbus A20N in sight.
Generic 27 Victor contact Los Angeles Center on 132.5. Good day. Generic 27 Victor.
How massive LA is. What a shithole. This state is so fucked up, thanks to our governor. So screwed up.
Los Angeles Center, Airbus November 748 7 flight level 320.
I'm embarrassed to call him a governor.
7 Los Angeles Center radar contact.
Goddamn Democrat. I promised I wouldn't get political. Because they are such assholes. Hard to believe how asshole they are. Okay, so where are we? Let's have a looky. Have a looky-see. I'm curious. I'm curious, Jello. You are here. There's Barstow. Right off the right wing. So, Barstow. That means this is
Airbus 837
Apple
descent,
Valley.
flight level 240, keep speed not above 280 knots.
Yeah, this is Apple Valley. And this would be the 395. Sorry, this
Flight
one.
level 240, keep speed not above 280
Out to
knots.
Vegas.
Airbus 837.
I guess this one.
Los
Let's
Angeles
see.
Center, Airbus November 007.
Could be this one. That's Vegas.
Level 280. Airbus November 0079er, Zulu Los Angeles Center radar contact. Continue to Tana.
That's a 395.
Los Angeles Center on 128.5.
395?
Good day.
15, excuse me. This is the one that goes up to Mammoth. That's a 395. Yosemite. That's the split. This is the 15. Going down the hill. This is Baldy. Down the hill here. This would be the 15 down into Riverside and Corona.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Contact Los Angeles Center on 132.3. Good day.
It is desolate out here, folks. The particularly out here. That's a really desolate ride going up north.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Did you hear my last transmission?
132.3 ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Goodbye. Los Angeles Center ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er flight level 250.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Los Angeles Center radar contact continued.
This should be Bakersfield right here.
Generic 233 contact Los Angeles Center on 126.35. Good day. Going to 126.35. Generic 233.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Bakersfield. Yermo, that is. God. Now this is the Vegas road. There's Barstow. There's a few back ways out. Port Irwin. What a shithole. What a shithole. KBFL, that's got to be Bakersfield right there. I'm not sure what the heck this one is.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Contact Los Angeles Center on 132.85. Good day.
This must be... what's the name of that place after Opera Valley?
Airbus 76 November, you are 46 miles north. Descend and maintain 4,900 feet. Expect vectors. Visual runway 17 approach.
132.85 ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Goodbye.
It says Lake Los Angeles, but there's no lakes out there. It's just dirt. Here's where we came past. This is the outermost fringes of LA right here. And that's where we're broadcasting
Airbus
from.
21 Alpha contact. Los
Right
Angeles
about
Center
there.
on 126.35. Good day.
Don't know what in the wide, wide world of sports is that? Well, that's Indio,
Going to
folks.
126.35.
What in the
Airbus
wide,
21
wide
Alpha.
world of sports is that? You are dumber than a bucket of hair. There's Catalina. Flew into that today. The Diamond. 67. These would be the Santa Barbara Channel Islands. There's Ventura. There's Santa Barbara right there. This is a nice drive along this segment along the coast. Real pretty. Goes right up against the ocean. Where the hell are we, Buford? We must be somewhere around bumfuck Egypt, I would imagine. Bumfart Egypt. Holy shit, Batman. Where y'all headed? San Francisco, home of Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi. Biggest criminal in the Congress. Ah, nice little turn going on here. Should start to head northerly. I wonder how accurate the stars are. I would imagine they're pretty accurate. Accurate for the time of day, season, and so forth. Wow, look at all the windmills out there. That's a shit ton. That's a shit ton of wind power. Out in the D's-Art. Barstow. Get your kicks on Route 66. That was the only road out here back in the day. Back in the day of my old man. All the old fuckers. Well, family said, Jed, move away from there. They said California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly. Hills, that is. My swimming pool's about 80 degrees right now. It's finally getting heated up. It will be 114 here before you know it.
Going to 120.4 generic Niner Bravo.
Sometimes wonder what keeps the fuel from sloshing around inside these wings. These wings are all filled with fuel, so is the center underneath the plane. Center tanks, right here. All the fuel that's in these wings. When you turn it, does it slosh around? Does it screw with the weight? Center of gravity? It must. That's something to ponder, I would imagine. I wonder what the physics of that are. I'll have to look it up. Or I could talk to my Boeing engineer buddies. Fair weather buddies. Oh, it's a little quieter in here. I wonder if that makes it any better. Yeah, there you go. That's a little better.
Climb and maintain flight
No
level
reverb tonight.
240 generic.
I wonder why. Lighting's pretty shitty too, I imagine. That's okay. We'll keep it like this. It's subtle. Well, let's check our progress. We know we're coming over Bakersfield, which is probably right there. Let's have a look at the progress on this bad boy. Top of descent, 178 miles, 175 miles. Okay, yeah, we're moving along nicely. 175 to TD. Fuel's looking good. All systems are good. We could cycle all the pages here. Temperature. Doors are secured. Gears up. Flight control surfaces. Engine functions. Ram air. This is the packs, I'm imagining. I wonder what that is. Electricity. Yeah, all functions looking good. Everything's green. Everything's in the bloody green. Where are we? This is a longer flight than I really wanted to do, but here we are. Here we freaking are. Alright, we're pretty much parallel to Santa Barbara. This is going to take us out next to Big Sur, out over Monterey Bay. That's Monterey Bay right there. Big Sur Village, Carmel. I think this is where my buddy Steve's laid to rest. Up here somewhere, Carmel. And the Bay Area, Coac. I call it Coac, it's Caseflow. Caseflow.
Los Angeles Center, generic November 8115 Sierra, is at flight level 195, climbing flight level 310. Generic November 8115 Sierra, Los Angeles Center, radar contact, continue.
Oh my God, there's nobody in the plane. Oh my God. Nobody's flying the plane. There's something out there. Something on the wing. I don't know if that's the 5. The 5 or the 99, I don't know. There's a couple of nice big airports down there. That's got to be
Los Angeles Center, generic
Bakersfield.
November 8116 Sierra, flight level 290. Generic
The Paso
November
Robles Road.
8116 Sierra, Los Angeles Center, radar
I believe this is the road right here that James Dean died on. It's actually a pretty remote road. Looks pretty short from up here, but that's a long way. That's a 2-hour drive right there. Well, an hour and a half. Fresno, Sacramento, Yosemite up this way. We are headed towards Monterey Bay. We'll be preparing for descent here fairly soon. Beautiful night for flying though. There's a bloody moon. What does she look like? It looks like a bloody moon. LA and San Diego. We fly up the coast. Ventura, Santa Barbara. One of these roads is the road out to Santa Maria. This must be Santa Maria up here somewhere. Probably there. It's more windy than this. Santa Maria Road is that could be it. This could be Vandenberg right there, where they launch all the SpaceX stuff. You know, Newsom is giving Elon a hard time about it. Fucking asshole. Elon's a hero. Anybody who thinks otherwise is a moron. Just a bloody moron. He was your goddamn hero 2 years ago, you freaks. There I go, getting political again. I should do the Dave Ramsey show on this thing. Talk about money. Talk about the stock market. Keep politics out of it. There's people in the chat, I would be having some fun, but it's no fun. Nobody's in the chat. Kind of boring. A boring flight. Let's see where the hell we are. We must be coming up on top of this end here pretty soon. Yeah, 127 miles of TD. Let's kick back. Come here.
Okay.
I visited by my dog. Ah, boy, this is taking forever. 95 miles atop of descent. Who would have thought? 1755, that's 65, 70, 280, 290, 294. That's about right. Let's see where the hell we are. Morro Bay, Pismo, Pismo, Atascadero. Yeah, I've driven all up in here. This is kind of nice. Actually, I just have a couple of body shops I work with up here. Atascadero, San Luis Obispo. Somewhere in here is Hearst Mansion. Hearst Castle. Maybe up further. Up here. Pretty country up there. God damn, this jet is moving slow. Atascadero. Yeah, Atascadero is just like a main drag. It's like a Main Street, China. Right up the ass of this plane. There's a little bank in action. Atascadero. Don't ask me why that comes over the audio. Must be Bluetoothing in. Bluicus Toothicus. Dog ran his ass off tonight. He is dead ass tired. 69 miles, motherfucker. You must be the motherfucker been whacking on my bitches. You must be the motherfucker. That was obnoxious. Getting close. Okay, here we go. Let's try to ban that guy. Whoever the hell he is. We can start to go for it about now. There's our descent. No. Not a good time for that. Ah, pretty turbulent. Very turbulent. Wow. Super turbulent. That was interesting. Wow, Mamma Mia. More drag. Oh, just ask the Biden administration. Speed brakes out. Yep. I believe that's Monterey Bay right below us. Jumping all over the place. Let's smooth it out a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look at this and start monitoring it. More drag. Speed brakes out. Autopilot engaged. Speed brake still out. That's okay, it still wants more drag. This should be on CL, that's why. So we need to be slowing down to 280. $250 actually. And we're definitely above our profile, altitude-wise.
Center ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er flight level 225.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er Oakland Center radar contact continue. Generic 010 descend and maintain 3,900 feet. Generic 90 X-ray traffic is 1 o'clock 4 miles at 10,400 feet generic. Report them in sight.
2999.
Descend and maintain 3,900 feet generic 010. Generic 010 descend and maintain 3,100 feet. Descend and maintain 3,100 feet generic 010. Generic 010 descend and maintain 3,700 feet. Descend and maintain 3,700 feet generic 010. Generic 010 descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet generic 010. Generic 010 descend and maintain 2,400 feet. Descend and maintain 2,400 feet generic 010. Oakland Center generic November 7165 Alpha 8,600 feet. Generic 010
What a pain in
descend
the
and
ass.
maintain 3,000 feet.
Come on.
Generic November 7165 Alpha Oakland Center altimeter 29.908 radar contact continue.
This is a pain in the ass getting to this.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er contact Oakland Center on 119.475. Good day.
Okay, good. Not a good time for that to stop
Descend and
working.
maintain 3,000 feet generic 010. Generic 010
That's not good.
descend and maintain 2,200
So the view stopped
feet.
working. Not good. Not good.
Descend and maintain 2,200 feet generic 010. Generic 010 descend and maintain 2,100 feet. Descend and maintain 2,100 feet generic 010. Generic 65 Alpha contact NorCal approach on 120.1. Good day.
Oh, what a pain in the ass. Oh, what's the altimeter?
Going to 120.1 generic 65 Alpha. Generic 227 traffic.
Spend so much
is
time
10 o'clock
fucking with that that we
miles at
lost what we were doing here.
6,600 feet generic.
Fuck, come on.
Report them in sight.
Shut up and give me the handoff.
Generic 010 traffic
Jesus
is 9 o'clock
Christ.
4 miles at 10,000 feet
Shut the
generic.
fuck up.
Report them in sight. Generic 010 contact NorCal approach on 133.0.
Fuck
Good
you.
day.
Fuck you.
Generic 227 have a generic in sight.
Where are we at here? Eddie?
133.0 generic 010.
Eddie needs to be at 6,000. We're not gonna make that.
119.475 ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Goodbye. NorCal approach ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er 8,600 feet.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er NorCal approach altimeter 29.9er radar contact continue.
NorCal approach ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er NorCal approach. Clear to the Bravo airspace.
We are not going to make it down in time. We need to get this down.
NorCal approach generic November tree 7 tree Romeo 4,900 feet. Generic November tree 7 tree Romeo NorCal approach altimeter 29.9er radar contact continue. Generic tree Romeo contact NorCal approach on 124.4.
Putting gear down to slow us down.
Cleared through Bravo airspace ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er.
Going to 124.4 generic tree Romeo. ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er contact NorCal approach on 133.905. Good day.
133.905 ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Goodbye.
Cutting it close.
NorCal approach ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er 3,100 feet.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. NorCal approach altimeter 29.9er radar contact continue.
2,500.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Contact NorCal approach on 134.5. Good day.
Alright, we're on the ball. Let's get flaps 3.
ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er. Please acknowledge.
Going to 134.5 ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er.
Enough time to fuck with the radio, okay? I don't have FSTO in this, so no. LB 4409 SFO are on short final.
1,000.
was some nasty fog back there. Speed brake up. Ladies and gentlemen,
500.
Pappy's looking good. Couple of screwy takeoffs and approaches, I'll tell you. Here we go.
100 above. Minimum. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard.
I got blown around a little bit there. A little turbulent. All in all, not bad though. We made it down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
San
to San
Francisco
Francisco.
ground ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er taxi to the gate.
Upon exiting the plane, watch out for hypodermic needles and people shit.
Bravo 4409er taxi to gate Delta 11 via taxiway Tango Cross runway 10 right Delta Alpha.
Come on. Just respond, will ya? What the hell? God.
Taxiing to gate Delta 11 using taxiway Tango Cross runway 10 right Delta Alpha ALB 4409 Alpha Lima Bravo 4409er.
Totally unresponsive. Hear that? Complete oversteer. God damn. Come on. Horrible. Horrible steering tonight. I'm on the line. Why are you signaling me to go left? Or right? God damn. Rough flight. Holy shit, Batman. Alright, let's get a GPU hooked up. Let's open the left door. Let's get a jetway toggled out. Let's go ahead and set chocks. Let's shut this baby down. Yeah, that's good. That's what I wanted.
Cabin crew bombed.
Boy, everything is just jumping like crazy tonight. I can't get to the screen I want. Here we go. D-board. Let's see if it works. It won't. It won't work. Come on, really? Jesus. Well, a lot of cussing and swearing tonight, that's for sure. But anyways, long story short, we got down. That's all that counts. Let's see if we're actually deboarding. Nope, not working. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. I don't know why Phoenix deboard doesn't work. Just another glitch. Come on, give me the overhead. Jesus Christ. Fuck. And that's it for this flight, folks. Let's go ahead and wrap this baby up. And we'll take a look at the main menu. Well, thank God nobody was watching this stream, because I started swearing like a sailor. Well, you know what they say. Joke them if they can't take a fuck. Yeah, let's have a look at the profile. See how screwed up we got the last couple of flights. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so yeah, we had a Diamond. A couple issues with the Diamond. We had an issue with the Boeing going from Phoenix to LA. That was a problem. Never actually got off the ground on that one, so it counted it against me. That's interesting. Took me an hour and 4 minutes to not get off the ground. We had a fault in the system on a Ryanair livery, and I'm going to attribute it to that. As soon as we switch back to the American Airlines livery on the Phoenix, this was a 737, by the way. We go back to the Phoenix and it works. So hour and 40 minutes from Phoenix to San Francisco. Thanks for joining in. Hope you had a good time. If you didn't, oh well, screw ya. Alibi Simmer on Twitch, AlBlock7267 on YouTube. Like, share, follow, subscribe. Don't do anything like nobody ever does anyway, so fuck it. A little disgusted with that whole thing. Frustrating. Frustrating to be streaming for 6 months and not have one person jump on. I'm wondering if there's something wrong with my connections to stream and YouTube. Anyways, have a great night.